Guten Tag. Today we're going to talk about the present perfect tense in German. In order to form the present perfect in German, you'll need to use a helping verb or a Hilfsverb and a past participle, or in German, the Partizip zwei. These components are also used to form the present perfect in English, but the placement is different. Let's look at this sentence in English. I have played soccer. The have here is the helping verb or Hilfsverb, and the played is the past participle. Now let's compare this English example with a German counterpart. So here we have the English again, I have played soccer, and the German Ich habe Fußball gespielt. The Hilfsverb is still in the same place, right after the subject, but you'll notice the past participle, or Partizip zwei, has moved to the end of the sentence. In German, the past participle is normally placed at the end of the sentence. So forming the past participle of a German verb can be complicated, but we will review some rules for doing so for irregular verbs. It is my recommendation that you memorize the past participle of irregular verbs. Spielen, to play. So to begin to form the past participle, you will remove the en from the infinitive form of the verb, and this will give you the stem of the verb, or people refer to it also as the root of the verb. And then you add a ge to the front, and finally a t to the end to get gespielt. Ich habe Fußball gespielt. Most regular verbs follow this. If the verb ends in ieren, however, then you must form it differently. For example, studieren, to study. Again, you remove the en from the infinitive form of the verb to get the stem. You do not add a ge to the front, but you will add a t to the end to get studiert. So ich habe Deutsch studiert. I have studied German. If the verb contains a separable prefix, such as an, auf, zu, mit, aus, bei, hin, nach, fort, zurück, fort, or ein, to name a few, then you must form the past participle differently. An example is aufmachen, which means to open up. So remove the en again from the verb infinitive form to get the stem, add a t onto the end, and finally you will place the ge between the prefix and the rest of the verb to make it aufgemacht. Some verbs contain inseparable prefixes. Some examples of these are be, ent, er, ver, zer, or imp. And so if that is the case, you must also form the past participle differently. Bezahlen means to pay. So you remove the en from the infinitive form. Then you add a t to the end, but you do not add a ge to the front, and you get bezahlt. Ich habe dafür bezahlt. I paid for that. If the verb ends in nen, ten, or den, then you must also form the past participle differently. An example is arbeiten. Again, you remove the en from the infinitive form to get the stem, arbeit. You will add an et to the end of the stem, arbeitet, and you will finish it off by adding a ge to the front, gearbeitet. Sometimes verbs may contain a combination of these rules. Mitarbeiten, to work with, mitgearbeitet. Entwerten, to take away, value of something, entwertet. So these are just some examples of the way past participles are formed in German, especially for regular verbs. Danke und auf Wiedersehen.